Welcome back, sci-fi fans, to the Science Fictionary Podcast. I'm Andrew, and we're going to play some Lord of the Rings trivia tonight.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
All right, so we've got some guests on the show tonight. We've got Kevin from the Force Losers podcast. We've got Justice from Pod Wars.
Hey, guys.
And I lost him. Adam from
I'm here.
from a Certain Point of View podcast.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
And so here's the deal. I'm going to do 20. I've got more than that, but I've got 20 multiple choice questions. So we'll go through those. Those are going to be worth 1 point apiece. And then after that, we've got some that you're just going to have to answer. No multiple choice. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do of those. We'll kind of see how time's going.
Oh, man.
And those are going to be worth 3 points apiece. And then I've got some that they're answer only questions, but they're a little more complex. And they're going to be one of them's worth 10 points.
Oh.
Close enough spellings are accepted, right?
And that last round, partial answers will count for points.
Okay.
So like the 10-point one is worth a maximum of 10.
Is that an essay question?
It's an essay question, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Will you be grading
They're
our
mostly
memory?
lists. Those 10-point. Those big questions. They're mostly lists.
Okay.
So spelling is not the issue here because I'm not up to date on my dwarvish.
Spelling. I will not grade you on spelling as long as I can tell what you're getting at.
Okay, we're good.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, everybody ready to play?
I have my
very
ridiculously large whiteboard because I'm already known for having like a really large water cup. Why not just keep
Among
the
other
theme
things.
going?
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
Believe me, I'm not known for that.
What's going on, Nick? I see Nick over there in the chat. So hopefully we'll have some
Nick.
other people join us along the way here. But let's kick it off. First question. Let's just go ahead and start with this one. After how many months to the day did the Hobbits return to the Shire? A, 12 months. B, 14 months. C, 13 months. Or D, 11 months.
Could you repeat the question?
Sure. After how many months to the day did the Hobbits return to the Shire?
All right. Okay.
Do you need me to repeat the answers?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah. A, 12 months. B, 14 months. C, 13 months. Or D, 11 months.
I'm gonna have to hide my giant whiteboard so no one can cheat.
All right. Everybody got an answer? Let's see them. The correct answer is C, 13 months.
Oh.
So who had C?
Marissa.
I know Marisha had C. Was she the only one with C?
Fair enough.
All right.
I was just trying to factor in the airspeed of an unladen European swallow to get from the Shire to Mordor.
Naturally, as one does.
Right.
Oh, that's why I got it wrong. I was thinking of an African swallow, so that's
See?
why I got it.
See, that's
wrong.
what messed you up there.
Well,
Right.
Were they carrying a coconut, though?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
All right, question 2. Who is the first character during the Battle of the Pelennor Fields to bring down an Oliphant? Is it A, Aragorn, B, Legolas, C, Theoden, or D, Eomer?
Give me the order of the choices one more time.
Yeah, A, Aragorn, B, Legolas, C, Theoden, D, Eomer.
Okay.
It was
thinking
the
of the
first
right
person
scene.
in the Battle of Gondor to take down the elephant, is what you said, right?
Yep.
I think I got this one. I think.
I'm hoping I got this one.
Unless I'm misremembering this entire scene.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering about too.
All right, let's see them.
Huh?
The correct answer is D, Eomir.
Hell yeah.
Oh man!
Because
I couldn't remember if it was Eomir or Legolas. In fact, I
Dang
wrote
it.
D first.
Didn't he
Did ya?
like harpoon a dude who was?
He does. He
Oh, and then it falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets his ear.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, but he doesn't kill the
Oh.
Oliphant. He kills the.
He kills the
brings-
guy. He kills the driver. Yeah.
He brings down an
I
Oliphant.
should have
but he
known that
doesn't kill
Legolas
it.
was too obvious.
Still only
Yeah.
counts as one. Still only counts as one.
Right.
In the Fellowship of the Ring, we see Bilbo's birthday celebration. How old is Bilbo turning? A, 101, B, 111, C, 115, D, 131.
Okay, wait. What were the answers again?
A, 101, B, 111, C, 115, or D, 131.
Okay.
I'm quite confident in this one.
All right, let's see them. The correct answer is B.
Yeah.
One of the. I was just planning on guessing
Dang
B
it.
the whole time, and finally paid off.
It worked for me in high school.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got out right at senior year. Woo!
His 111th birthday.
Dang it! It was
Yeah,
101
11
was so
years is
close.
far too short a time to spend,
11
spend among such
years.
excellent and admirable hobbits. Yes.
Okay,
See?
nerd.
Yeah, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, the capacity of my brain to remember nothing useful is going to benefit me here because if it's movie quotes, good.
Yeah.
All right, what character is famous for having cut the ring from Sauron's hand? Is it A, Elendil, B, Arathorn, C, Gil-galad, or D, Isildur?
You're doing a fabulous job pronouncing these names. Just gotta say.
Okay.
Can you repeat
what
the
was
answers?
the question?
Who is famous for having cut the ring from Sauron's hand?
I don't know why. I
What were
keep looking
the
at
answers?
everybody.
A, Elendil, B, Arathorn, C, Gil-galad, or D, Isildur?
I don't know why I keep looking at everybody like I'm like with a really bad poker face.
You trying to glean answers from us?
I'm just trying to like see how you're writing it, Kev, so I can like. I don't
That's
know.
no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. We will not stand for that here.
All right, let's see those answers. The answer is, of course, D. David, what do you have there?
Dang it! I had C. It's a C.
Do you need me to write mine bigger?
Oh, no,
am-
I can see it.
Okay.
I am not as knowledgeable about these movies as I thought I was.
Man,
That's how I felt when we did Marvel. I was like, huh, I thought I knew all this stuff.
it could be worse. We could be
Yeah.
getting into like the Silmarillion and doing that kind of trivia.
Yeah.
I was a little worried.
Right. Well, yeah, no,
Actually, when I logged in and I saw that it said movie trivia, I was like, yes.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
that's why I did it, but that actually made it so hard to write these questions because
Yeah.
having read all that stuff, I would go, okay, that's true, but did they
right.
say it in the movie?
Yeah.
Right.
Right, exactly.
All right. On the river, after leaving Lorien, the Fellowship passes huge carvings of two kings of Gondor. What does Aragorn call the place? Is it A, Amin-Hin, B, Amin-Sul, C, Argonath, or D, Orthanc?
Can you say the answers again?
Sure. A, Amin-Hin, B, Amin-Sul, C, Argonath, or D, Orthanc?
Fun fact: they're all Numenorian.
They look something like this.
Oh, cool.
That was a good scene. That was just good visual effects.
Oh, that was beautiful.
All right, let's see those answers. The correct answer is C.
Yes. Yay.
Rep the pod
All
as
right,
well.
David.
David's on the board.
Yes.
All right.
And I am a force to be reckoned with.
He's playing a long game.
I'm telling you.
All right. Which of these 4 cities did we see first in the movie trilogy? A. Minas Tirith. B. Edoras. C. Caras Galadhorn. Or D. Rivendell.
Can I get those again?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
A is Minas Tirith. B is Edoras. C is Caras Galadhorn. And D is Rivendell.
I forgot what the letter was, so I'm just gonna write it. Answer.
All right. Everybody got an answer?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see them.
You see it? All right.
The correct answer is A. So Kevin and Justice.
Okay, that was the other one I was
Yeah, my man.
bouncing back and forth between.
Yeah, it's such
Gandalf.
a brief. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Gandalf went
really-
there. It's
yeah.
brief as hell.
We get a brief shot of it on the hill, and then Gandalf is at Minas Tirith. That's where he goes to search for the records on the ring.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't
'cause, like,
remember when he went there.
Because like in the books it takes
Right.
years, but in the movies it's like,
Mhm.
oh, snap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how in the book it's like Denethor is just cool with Gandalf at that point.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you can go look through whatever you want. You're not going to find anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Hubris.
Right. The Eye of Sauron is on top of what tower? A. Orthanc. B. Minas Morgul. C. Barad-dûr. D. Cirith Ungol.
Nope. I was going to try to draw the. Yep. I was going to try to draw the eye. Nope.
Can I
Nope.
can I get
nope.
them again?
Do you need the question or just the answers again?
Just the answers.
Okay. A. Orthanc. B. Minas Morgul. C. Barad-dûr. C. Cirith Ungol.
Wait.
I kind of want to know what went wrong with the eye, Kevin.
You don't want to know, dude. Nope. It was a good idea, failed in the execution, so I just abandoned it.
Did I do something wrong, Marisha?
Can you tell me the answers one more time? I
Yeah.
thought I had.
A is Orthanc. B is Minas Morgul. C is Barad-dûr. And D is Cirith Ungol.
Okay, I thought you said C twice. It confused me. But
I may
could be
have.
wrong.
I may have.
Okay, I got it.
All right, let's see those answers. C is correct. Barad-dûr.
Well, yeah.
This must be like a common knowledge that I just completely forgot.
Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. I
There's
have no life, so this is like what I do.
well, there's that, and then
David, you're handicapped because you haven't read the books. Has everybody else read the books?
yeah,
And played the video games.
mul-
on
And I
multiple
mean,
times.
the rest of us were watching these movies
books multiple times.
long
actually.
before David was born.
Yeah, I was
Well-
not alive when the first one came out, I think. So
Oh.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters.
when did Fellowship come out?
2001.
Yeah.
Okay, I was but a babe, so
Yeah, I remember seeing it in the theaters.
I couldn't see it because Gadriel's freak out. My parents thought I would get scared from that. So I got to see it with them.
Her freak out is pretty freaky, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta be honest.
I'm telling you,
It still scares me a little bit.
dude. Kate Blanchett.
She's
Yeah.
something, huh?
That she kills that role. She is Galadriel.
Yeah.
That's one of those roles that they could never.
She's got it in the promise.
If that role ever comes up again, you can't give it to anybody else. You know,
Well, that's
It's
one they've
gonna.
actually cast in the
Right.
the TV series. So,
it's
It's not her or someone else. Or-
and
No,
I'm not sure who I'm not sure who the actress is. They had cast a guy as oh, what's his name?
from
Now I'm
Boromir?
blanking. No, Arwen's father,
Oh, Elrond.
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 They had cast Elrond, but that guy already left the project. So,
Yeah,
Over
see, that's the
creating
weird
it.
thing. Like, there's a bunch of weird stuff coming out about it, and I don't know
Yeah.
what to believe.
Yeah,
Because,
same.
like,
Yeah, same.
It's the internet, and like everyone's got a scoop. Like, yeah, I mean, I know a guy in catering that knows a guy that heard this, and now we got a scoop. So I don't know what to believe when it comes to like those onset rumors.
right. All right. What was famously mined in Moria? Is it A, gold, B, mithril, C, jewels, or D, vibranium?
That'd been an awesome Easter egg. While they're walking through the mines, just Cap's shield in the wall.
It's all connected. It's all connected.
Oh,
There's some
man.
fanfic.
That's why I love fan fiction. Get as weird as you want with it.
All right. Everybody got an answer? All right. Let's see them. All right. Answer is B, mithril.
Darn.
What do they call it in the books? Moria silver? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was Kevin, Adam, and Marisha, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Gollum leads Sam and Frodo to the lair of this great spider. A. Ungoliant. B. Morgoth. C. Durin's Bane. Or D. Shelob.
I got a quote that I want to say, but I can't say it because it'll give away the answer.
Everybody got an answer? Mm-hmm. Let's see them. Everybody got that one.
Looks like old Shelob's been having a bit of fun.
Do we get extra points if we know who Durin's Bane is?
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Isn't it technically both everyone's lair? Sorry. Okay, go.
All right. Bonus question. Do you know who? If you know who Durin's Bane is, write down the answer.
Oh crap!
I got it.
All right. Everybody got it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see it.
I'm blanking.
Your mom.
Perfectly timed.
Well played. Well played.
All right. The Balrog of Moria is correct. All right. The sword that was broken, the blade that cut the ring from Sauron's hand, was known as A. Sting, B. Narsil, C. Orcrist, D. Gurthang.
I know this one because of a Skyrim mod.
Can you say the answers again?
Sure. A. Sting, B. Narsil, C. Orcrist, D. Gurthang.
I'm ashamed that I don't know this.
I just saw the face like.
All right. Everybody got an answer?
Yep, I'm ashamed.
It is B. Narsil.
What was Gwarthang? What sword was that?
Gurthang is
Was that Turambar's sword?
I don't remember. I don't remember whose sword that was.
Because Gandalf's sword is named Glamdring, right?
Yes.
Glamdring, yeah.
Glamdring, Orcrist, and Sting are from Gondolin. I want to say Gwarthang is Turin Turambar's sword, the black sword, the one that was all cursed and stuff.
All right, so I've got a bonus question related to this one. What was the name of the Reforged blade?
I'm gonna do this proper.
Can I look at my notes?
Man,
No.
I have this sword, but I forgot it in my car, so I can't just like pull it out all cool.
Wait, you just have a sword in your car? That's awesome.
I got 3.
I've got like a pair of jumper cables.
Also,
man.
maybe illegal. But that's okay.
I've got
He's in Louisiana. I'm sure it's fine.
There's nothing
No.
wrong there. Yeah.
South Louisiana.
I swear, here in Texas, I swear it's legal to carry a sword.
Yeah,
I could have sworn I looked that up. It is legal to walk down the street with a sword.
I was at a Renaissance festival last weekend, so that's why it's in my car. 'Cause I had
Fair enough.
You shouldn't have had to explain that. You should have just left it like, yeah, I just got swords in there.
Yeah.
You never know.
He's like our channel's Dwight Schrute.
Yes.
All right. So if you got an answer, let's see it. The name of the Reforged blade is.
I'm blanking. I don't have it.
I don't think I spelled it right, but you get
What
the
did you have,
idea.
Justice?
I just said it's been remade. I don't have an answer.
It is Anduril.
Yeah,
Anduril.
okay.
Oh, I have my N and my R backwards. I had Arendelle, not Anduril.
Yeah,
You
that's where.
That's where Anna and Elsa live.
Yeah.
You understand? I had the idea. I don't remember how to spell it.
No,
Flame
you
of the
were
West.
very close.
Yeah.
All right. Skip that one. Aragorn wears the ring of Barahir. Grima Wormtongue notes that the serpent's eyes are what color? A. Red. B. Emerald. C. Silver. D. Gold.
Answers one more time.
Sure. A. Red. B. Emerald. C. Silver. D. Gold.
That's another one of those awesome things that sneaks into the movie that's from the First Age.
Right.
The Balrog, the Ring of Barahir. They
It is
snuck in a lot
almost
of cool
exactly the same description that they give of the ring in the Silmarillion.
Stuff. Yep. I don't care what anyone says about those movies. They cared about the IP. They cared about what they were doing.
Absolutely.
Peter Jackson and Christopher Lee definitely did.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know, he was big enough on it that he sat in his director's chair with a copy of the book in his hand. So, All right, so let's see those answers. The answer is B, Emerald.
Well, I suck at them.
Can we get a score update?
Sure. David has 4. Marisha has 10. Adam has 6. Kevin has 12. And Justice has 9.
The game is afoot.
It's still very close. It's anyone's game.
That's right. That's right.
All right. I'm sorry, this is another deep one. I think it's only mentioned one time maybe in the movie, but King Theoden is the son of A. Helm Hammerhand, B. Theodred, C. Denethor, D. Thangol.
Theoden, son of.
King Theoden is the son of A. Helm Hammerhand, B. Theodred, C. Denethor, or D. Thangol.
I know exactly what scene you're talking about, and I love that scene.
That's a great scene.
It adds so much that the average moviegoer doesn't need to know it, but for the nerds in us, we're like, yeah.
Everyone who ever had the misfortune to watch one of those movies with me now knows all of those things.
Exactly.
All right, let's see those answers. Hold yours up just a little. Okay. The answer is D, Thingol.
I should have known. Tolkien loved those names that sounded almost exactly the same.
The son is Theodred, though.
Yeah.
The son is Theodred.
What I like most about the Rohirrim names is that it's a callback to Tolkien's early studies of Beowulf and that early Middle English Anglo-Saxon kind of language. And the Rohirrim, their names, the Theo, isn't that the root of that? Isn't that horse?
Maybe.
So every one of their names has something to do with the
Horses,
yeah.
The Horse Lords. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what happens when you have a linguist writing a fantasy novel.
One of my
Yeah.
friends, her last name is Rohan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I'm like, whoever marries you needs to take your name.
Like whoever marries her as they're walking her down the aisle just needs to scream death and then run down the aisle.
That would be a win.
Speaking of Tolkien and Beowulf, have you read his translation of Beowulf?
I have not.
It's really, really good.
It is.
Haven't gotten around to yet.
Having somebody who's both a linguist and a poet doing the translation is kind of a huge deal.
I'm going to have to check that out.
I'm reading Baron and Luthien right now, and most of it's actually poetry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really good stuff.
That one's interesting because it changes in each
Yeah,
iteration.
you can see how the story evolved as he was
Right.
writing different versions of it. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Right.
And then his son makes it a nice little bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no envy for the person that has to go through his manuscripts because that dude was voracious with his writing. Like he would write on napkins, little scraps of paper, and then it's all archived. It's all somewhere.
Well, luckily Christopher did a lot of that, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is just wishful thinking, but I think he barely scratched the surface.
I'm sure that's true.
yeah, I'm sure a lot. I'm sure most of it's probably lost, to be honest.
I mean, he did
know.
also help his dad edit when he was younger. Like, so I'm sure he might know a little bit more than we think.
If we could
I'm
all be,
sure. Yeah.
if we could all be so lucky to have a son like Christopher, we'd be all right.
Right?
Yeah. Well, if we could all be so lucky to have learned as many languages as Tolkien did at a young
Yeah,
age.
right. Yep.
All right. Karas Galadhon is the chief city of which realm? Is it A, Lorien, B, Rivendell, C, Gondor, or D, Dor-Lómin?
Can you give that all to me one more time?
Sure. Karas Galadhon is the chief city of which realm? A, Lorien, B, Rivendell, C, Gondor, D, Dor-Lómin.
Poker face, yes.
All right, everybody got an answer?
Poker face.
Let's see. Justice, you got to hold yours a little bit higher.
Here, I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah, here we go.
I couldn't see the bottom. Okay, A is correct. Lorien. Everybody got it.
The heart of Elvendom on Earth. I gotta stop quoting the movie in my stupid voices. I really have to stop.
Please, no, don't. That's
yeah. That's
It makes it way more entertaining that way.
I'm just like, that's like my father and I, we can have entire conversations in just movie quotes. That's like, we have done that for years.
Yeah.
You get us going on like Dumb and Dumber or anything like that. It's like a whole evening of just, that's our conversation.
I briefly worked at a country music station right after I graduated from high school. And we got the normal morning drive time guy was gone one morning, and we got angry phone calls all day for spending about half an hour during drive time quoting Monty Python.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about those angry calls. You did them a service, and they're just not aware of it yet.
Right. Well, since I was the new guy and the youngest there, they made me answer the phones all day after that.
Worth it. Worth
Yep.
it.
All right. What is the name of the tower fortress in Isengard where Saruman dwells? Is it A, Orthanc, B, Minas Morgul, C, Amansul, D, Barad-dûr?
Can you say A and B again?
Sure. A is Orthanc, B is Minas Morgul.
No pressure.
All right. Everybody got an answer? A, Orthanc. Everybody got it.
That tower has like one of the gnarliest designs, and I love it.
Yeah, wasn't it? We were discussing this when we were watching it the other day. Wasn't it smooth in the book? But it wasn't in the movie.
Right,
It was like more textured.
Yeah, like in the book they describe it like as like smooth as glass.
Oh yeah, like
right.
a
Right.
Yeah, and like, it's one of those things where like he never really describes how they constructed that tower. You know, it's just one of those things like, yeah, it's a tower.
it was
glassy
built
rock.
by the Numenorians, right?
Yeah.
Strider and the Hobbit spend an evening at a fortress ruin where Frodo is stabbed by a ringwraith. Name that fortress. Is it A, Amansul, B, Orthanc, C, Barad-dûr, or D, Moria?
Can you repeat? I'm sorry.
Sure, the question or the answers are both.
Just give me all. Yeah.
Strider and the Hobbit spend an evening at a fortress ruin where Frodo is stabbed by a ringwraith.
Okay.
Name that fortress. A, Amansul, B, Orthanc, C, Barad-dûr, or D, Moria.
All right. I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Let's see them.
Hold on.
Oh, some.
All right, there we go.
A, Amansul is correct.
This is what I'm curious about with the Amazon series, because it takes place in the Second Age. So obviously we're going to see.
I'll be right back. I got to pee so bad.
No worries, man. Like they're going to do these Numenorian things. I'm hoping we actually see Amansul fully constructed, and I hope that it has like a callback to the design in the movie, because I know that John Howe was involved with the project at some point, and he was one of the artists on the films. I'm hoping there's some kind of continuity there, so that way it's got that like familiar feeling, you know, something like it's not too foreign.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I really hope we see in that series.
They're spending just as much money that they did, or HBO did on Game of Thrones for this.
Oh, it's actually way more now. They're like, they haven't said how many episodes they're doing, but season 1's up to like $480 something million.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard something about how they're filming all the seasons at one time, so that there's not going to be a chance of it getting like canceled, and that's why they're spending so much money.
Could be.
They're trying to film the whole thing, and then they're going to break it up into seasons.
Could
I hadn't heard that, but I mean, they could do it.
I mean, that would explain the delay.
Yeah.
I mean, as it is, I'll probably see the first episode on my 40th birthday.
Right?
All right. So, based on that last question, there's a bonus question. Frodo was stabbed at Amansul. What is the common name for that fortress? It has another name.
This is one that I knew.
Justice, I love you, dude. I love you, man.
All right. Yeah, everybody got an answer? Let's see him if you got one. What did yours say, Justice? I can't read it.
It says the tower.
A fist type?
It says the tower.
The tower.
Weathertop is the correct answer.
Oh damn! I should have known that.
I should have known that too.
Man, now I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he stabbed Frodo on Weathertop. I do a really bad Kellen. I am not doing him any justice. I would listen to him read the dictionary.
Absolutely.
I would listen to him read X-Men comics.
Yes.
Merry and Pippin flee into a nearby forest when they escape the orcs after the attack by the riders of Rohan. What is the name of that forest? Is it A, Mirkwood, B, the Old Forest, C, Fangorn, or D, Lothlorien?
Right quickly. I am now painfully aware of how awful my handwriting is.
I won't show you my note cards.
Like, literally, he could leave them lying around, and I couldn't read them unless I made an effort.
I write everything in code.
Yeah. Can
probably
you
why.
can you just give us the answers one more time, baby?
Sure. A, Mirkwood, B, the Old Forest, C, Fangorn, or D, Lothlorien?
Okay.
All right,
I
everybody got an
busy
answer?
drawing, and I wanted to make sure I still had the right answer.
All right, let's see them. It is C, Fangorn.
I thought Fangorn was something else in my head, so
Well, it's also the name. It's also Treebeard's real name.
Yep.
It threw me off.
Yep.
oh. That might have been what I was thinking. I don't know.
If there's not a Mirkwood question, can we? Well, I don't know what the questions are. So, but, like, what's Mirkwood again? Isn't that
Mirkwood would be. You saw it more in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where
That's
where
where the-
Legolas comes from.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Or in happier times, it was called the Greenwood.
Yep.
But they had 6 spiders and it was metal.
All right. At what location does the Fellowship split up? Is it A, Barad-dûr, B, Amon Hen, C, Lorien, or D, Moria?
Answers one more time.
Sure. A, Barad-dûr, B, Amon Hen, C, Lorien, or D, Moria?
All right.
All right, we'll see him. It is B, Amon Hen.
Poor
Dang it.
Boromir.
Poor Boromir. Yeah, he got a bum rap.
In my head, I had this idea. I haven't seen the movie in months, but in my head, I had this idea of like, okay, so it's right after they got out of the mines of Moria, and so like that's the dots that connected there.
What's the name of the actor that plays Boromir? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name.
Sean Bean.
Yep.
Does he
That's the
play a character in any film that lives?
Yes, he actually just changed his contract now, where he only plays characters that live. If he's going to be the main character.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I mean, Boromir, the dude from GoldenEye,
That's
Patriot
Ned
Games.
Stark.
Alec
Ned Stark.
Trevelyan.
Yeah, yeah. like poor guy. He gets like these awesome.
Did he die in National Treasure? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
He did. He did. I can't remember. How did he die? I forget how he died in that one.
The ice. Something to do with the ice.
Yes, he couldn't even get out of a Nick Cage film, a Disney one at that.
Yeah.
All right. At Bag.
Oh, I remember. Never mind. Go ahead. I remember.
All right.
now.
The door on the home at Bag End is what color? Is it A, red, B, yellow, C, blue, or D, green?
Now I'm seeing it in my head with all those different colors.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy how your mind does that to you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And all 4 of those would work.
Yeah. This is a roll of the dice.
Exactly.
But okay, so let's see the answers. It is D, green.
Damn.
Ah.
I was convinced.
Aren't the shutters red or something like that? Or I don't know.
Something's red.
They may be, but I think the reason I used that question was because a lot of people mixed it up with Sam's house that they show at the end that should have been bag in but wasn't, and it has a
Yeah.
Why
yellow
is it not
and it has a
bag in?
yellow door with red trim.
Because him and Susie hang out somewhere else. I don't understand why they did that.
Because Sam is an independent hobbit. He don't need no Baggins to take care of him.
Don't know how I feel about all that.
In the Two Towers, Theoden leads his people to take refuge at what stronghold? Is it A, Barad-dûr, B, Helm's Deep, C, Isengard, or D, Amansul?
What were the numbers again? The answer.
A, Barad-dûr, B, Helm's Deep, C, Isengard, D, Amansul.
I'm sorry, I was giggling at Backyard TARDIS in the comment section.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good job, Nick.
All right, everybody got an answer?
Got an answer.
Helm's Deep, B. Everybody got it.
Is that an H, Kev?
Huh?
That doesn't look like an H at all.
Don't judge my chicken scratch, Justice. Okay? Yeah. We don't all get in for the book learning.
All right, you got 2 multiple choice questions left. All right, what is the name of the steward of Gondor? A, Theoden, B, Faramir, C, Denethor, or D, Ecthelion?
Thanks, Marisha.
You're welcome.
You tweeted about this earlier.
Oh.
We'll strike it from the record.
All right, let's see them. David, you got an answer? David?
Uh-oh, is he trying?
All right, everybody got it.
Oh no.
One of John Noble's finest performances.
Man, he does crazy a little too well. Did anybody else
Yeah.
see Fringe?
I love Fringe.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched Fringe at least 90% because John Noble was in
Oh
it.
yeah, he's amazing in that show.
Yeah. Like, the dude made eating a baby tomato disgusting.
And that chicken leg when he rips it.
Yes!
It just pops.
Yeah, such a mundane task, and he made it so gross
Yep.
and disturbing.
Yeah.
With Pippin singing in the back, and it's such a weird scene.
It is.
But
It
so
is.
effective.
It's yeah.
That's the point, though.
Yeah, it's definitely.
All right, final multiple choice question. At the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring, we first see the Nazgul on horseback leaving through the gates of which city? Is it A, Minas Morgul, B, Minas Tirith, C, Dol Guldur, or D, Barad-dûr?
How many of those answers one more time?
Sure, A, Minas Morgul, B, Minas Tirith, C, Dol Guldur, or D, Barad-dûr? All right, everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
When in doubt, guess.
The answer is A, Minas Morgul.
I thought that's in the third movie.
No,
But you see them real quickly coming out of the gate.
We also see them. We see the Witch King leave Minas Morgul on his fell beast in the third movie.
Yep.
Okay.
We don't see them on horseback after the horses drown in the river, presumably.
No, they drown.
They're okay. They're okay.
Yeah, movie logic. They're fine.
They're okay. Right?
In Middle Earth, they have aquatic horses.
All right, let me total up everybody's score through round one here.
Are we able to wager points after a little bit?
Some of these last
Jeopardy.
questions will definitely give you place to come back.
I'm not gonna need it, but some other people.
I get the feeling that you're about to give me fits.
All right. After round one, the scores are David with 9, Marisha with 20, Adam with 16, Kevin with 22, and Justice with 16.
It's you and I, Marisha. You and I.
She's not convinced.
All right. Next questions are worth 3 points apiece. So.
And Nick's totalist backyard TARDIS won. Good job, Nick. You got one.
And his one question was a national treasure question.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
That's my favorite thing about it, Nick. That's amazing.
You rocked that 1 point, man.
All right, finish this phrase. But the only brew for the brave and true.
I can hear the song.
Can you say the beginning of it again?
Sure, finish this phrase. But the only brew for the brave and true.
That reminds me, I meant to do this earlier.
The only dew for the brave and true.
Nice.
I ran out of beer already.
Will Mountain Dew sponsor this episode?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I love your 0-calorie, guilt-free dew. Was it like,
Isn't that
Wayne's
nice?
World?
Isn't that
Yeah.
awesome? Yeah.
like Wayne's World? Like
Yeah.
little, blue, different.
All right, everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
No.
All right, let's see them.
I was close. I think Marisha might be right.
It comes from the Green Dragon.
Damn it.
Ah.
Oh
I
no.
was so close.
Oh. What?
I had to keep- I had to keep
I just got back. What was it?
Is at the green. See? We were
I had,
close.
I had to keep saying it in my. I could hear the song and I had to keep saying it in my head.
What was-
Right.
The brave intro.
What was the-
The only brew for the brave and true
Yeah.
comes from the Green Dragon.
Yep.
Oh, it comes from the Green Dragon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with found at the green dragon.
I mean, in terms of the song, that would work too.
The green
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah.
It
That's a
makes sense.
Mandela
Brave
effect
and
thing,
true.
man. 'Cause I swear to God, I swear I can see Merry and Pippin dancing on the table.
Yeah. Right.
And
So that's what I was.
swinging around and saying
I had to keep running through the song in my head to get it to jog.
All right. When the Fellowship sets out from Rivendell, how many members are there?
I think I know, but
That was a terrible looking number. I'm gonna do that again.
All right. Everybody got an answer?
Uh-huh.
wait
See
1
'em.
second.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
9. Everybody got that one.
I was gonna say 10 if you want to include Bill, but
It's gone.
Right. But 9 is the significant number since it matches the number of Ring race.
Yep.
Ring.
Or rings.
Or rings.
Or race.
Or sons.
Or I don't know.
The leader of the Nazgul is known as... All right, everybody got an answer?
Yart.
David, you got an answer?
Yep. Yes.
I see your lag is back. The Witch King of
Dang
Agmar
it, I
is
thought it-
correct.
You know what?
It was Agatha.
I'm so mad because I swore
Agatha.
the first thing that came through was it was August. I was like, oh, it's the Witch King.
Yeah, I
No,
would have
it's
taken
not.
that.
Like, why did I tell myself it wasn't? Why did I tell myself it wasn't?
Talked yourself
You were
out of
so
3
close.
points.
Yep. Hey,
Look,
and then
it's
an
worth the
acceptable
joke.
answer could have been Agatha. The Witch King of Agatha.
In the Fellowship of the Ring, Gandalf tells Frodo to meet him in what town?
Did you say when or where?
Where? Which town?
Right,
In the
so-
Fellowship of the Ring, Gandalf tells Frodo to meet him in what town?
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm so mad at myself.
David, it doesn't take that long to write Mephisto. All right, let's
He's
see.
gonna write the name of it. I was gonna say that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
I couldn't remember the.
Bree is correct.
What did that say, Justice?
I said Pony Brook in River Brook. I don't know. Something. I thought of the place that they
Yes,
stayed
you're
at.
allowed
the-
to answer in the chat.
The end of the prancing pony.
John H. asked if they're allowed to
I
answer
knew.
in the chat.
I knew it was the end, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the Inn of the Prancing Pony.
That's a really good podcast, by the way. If you're looking for a Lord of the Rings podcast.
Yes.
Thank
They're
you for
good.
that.
We did
I will
a
check that out.
We did
Dude,
a
like, one of
collab
my
with them, and we just haven't dropped the episode like a long time ago. But they're super cool dudes.
That's awesome. One of my favorite YouTube channels to like kill time on is called Men of the West. It goes deep into the lore and stuff. So whenever I need like refresher, that's where I go.
Hey, John H. in there in the chat. If you want to answer the questions, that's great. We'd love for you to play along, but just don't post your answer until I ask everybody else for their answers.
We have rules, sir.
Just this is a civilized podcast.
Really?
No, it's not. But
I've never heard
drinking.
anyone.
I was drinking out of a horn a minute ago. This isn't
Yeah.
civilized.
I have never heard anyone describe me with
That's
that.
actually the most civilized thing I've seen today.
I'm nervous.
All right.
Yeah, you should be.
In The Return of the King, how does Gollum finally take the ring from Frodo?
Justice and I raving over here. The music in my head.
I was raving to the 30-second countdown.
All right, everybody got an answer?
Yep.
Let's see them.
Yep.
Yep. Everybody got that one.
Mephisto.
You cast the runes.
Yeah, they just threw colors at each other.
Poor Frodo. He'll never be able to do the complete Harrison Ford.
All right, the Return of the King opens with what scene?
Say that again.
And I'll rephrase it too. The Return of the King opens with a flashback of what scene?
He bites off his nasty fingers. It's true.
Accurate.
That's very.
All right, everybody got an answer?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see them. Yep, that's right. Smeagol and Deagle finding the ring.
While fishing.
Malfish, yeah.
And then
On his birthday.
the drum
Yeah.
beat being his heartbeat and then slowly dying. So
Yeah.
creepy, so good.
That was yeah.
That was like, you could definitely tell that was like Peter Jackson's horror background coming out, you know?
Right.
With like the creepy, sound of the ring with the heartbeat. Oh.
I loved that it opened with that scene though.
Yes.
I thought that was a
Yeah.
perfect. I thought that was a perfect way to open that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Andy Serkis is incredible.
yeah, and what I like
I'm
about
listening to his Hobbit, his narration of the Hobbit. Oh my god, it's so good.
he narrated The Hobbit?
Yeah, yeah. That was during. I want to say it was like around September or something during the pandemic. One of the things they did, and it's on Audible right now. You can go get it on Audible or whatever. But yeah, he read the whole of the Hobbit. It's so good.
Yeah, what I love
His
about
voice, it just rumbles sometimes. Oh my god, it's so good.
he's unnatural with what
Yeah.
he's able to do with his voice. But like, what I love about that scene is that like by the end of the movie, you're supposed to care about what happens to Gollum, and that scene has a huge role to play in how much you care.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
It's one of those things that like humanizes him and makes you feel some kind of empathy for him.
And that's one of the things, like in the book, Gandalf tells that story much earlier, if I'm not mistaken. But I think having it right there was profoundly impactful. You know?
Yeah.
I would agree entirely.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great way to open it without having to try to pick it up like with,
Exactly. Yeah.
with
yeah.
where one of our other groups left off. It gave you a fresh start to that film, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You would have thought
Absolutely.
somebody just told you that it came in pints, Kevin. The way you were all excited about that.
It comes in pints?
I'm getting one.
All right, what is the symbol most associated with Gondor?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine doing that voice for 8.5 hours. Apparently, he had like a concoction that he just like had all the time, to keep his, with honey and ginger and stuff to try to keep
Yeah.
his voice working.
Right.
All right, everybody got an answer? David, you got an answer?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a pretty good white tree.
Be a cool
Was it
text.
Nimloth?
What'd you call me?
What was that? Wasn't it Nimloth, the name of the tree?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds right. I'd have to look it up, but that sounds right.
It's the power broker.
Sharon.
Yeah, it's
Spoiler alert.
it's Nimloth. You're right.
All right, so I've got a quote here. I'm going to read it, and I want you to tell me who said it. So much death. What can man do against such reckless hate?
I'm sorry, can you read that again?
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
Oh crap.
Crap.
And we have to know who said that.
Who said it?
Andrew, I lagged and missed the quote.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
I think I'm remembering this right.
All right, everybody got an answer?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see them.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, who said the quote? Oh,
Yeah.
I missed it.
Sorry,
Sorry,
it
I
was
thought
it was Theoden.
Kevin's
So
quote.
Kevin, Adam, and Marisha.
Yeah, that was before Aragorn had to, like, snap out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Helm's Deep. Huh?
Yep.
Or was it right before Gondor?
No, it sounds deep.
That was Helm's Deep.
All right, one more quote.
Yeah.
Okay, David is the person that said the quote. Even the smallest person
Okay,
can
I
change
missed that
the
part in
course
lag last
of.
time. Got it.
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
Say it one more time.
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
This is a crapshoot for me.
I am guessing who has said similar things.
Yeah.
All right, let's see them. Kevin got it right. It is
Yeah.
Galadriel.
Nice job, Kevin.
Guessed it. Did not know for sure. Total guesswork. Doesn't count.
I was thinking of the only thing I could think of was the hobbits keep finding a way to surprise me, or something like that Gandalf says.
Oh, yeah. You can learn everything there is to know about
Yeah.
their ways in a month, yet after
Yeah.
100 years, they can
He
still
does.
surprise you.
He does.
He says
kind of
very
put out
similar
several
things.
Similar things, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I went with
Gandalf-
that. But as
it's
soon as
something
I saw
Gandalf
Galadriel,
definitely
I could
say.
see that scene. I was like, I think
Yeah,
he got
Elrond's a
it.
good guess too.
Yeah, that was the other one I was kind of leaning towards was Elrond.
I don't know. You don't hear Elrond say a whole lot of reassuring things in those movies.
he's pretty doom and gloom.
He's
Yeah.
kind of in a mood.
Yeah, it's
Tired
been a really bad day for him.
Yeah.
It's been a really bad couple centuries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is just done with this shit.
Yeah.
All right,
All he
sorry,
does is
sorry,
take
I
his
probably-
daughter and go away.
Probably should have censored that. My bad.
Let it be known that I was not the one who did it first.
All right. How old does Aragorn reveal himself to be during his conversation with Eowyn?
Whatever you think it is, Justice, up the dosage. Or lower the dosage.
I don't remember the exact number.
I don't. These are things that I wouldn't know.
All right. Let's see him. David's still lagging behind here. Oh no, he's back. It is 87.
Damn it!
Nice job.
Kev, you read the books like every year, don't you?
I watch the movies at least twice a year, dude. Again, I have no life. Like it's movies, lifting, podcasting, work, wash, rinse, repeat. That's it.
That sounds like the dream, to be honest.
Aside from the work bit, yeah.
Except, well, for me, it's the lifting part.
Yeah,
I'm
That's-
puny.
it hurts. I'm in constant pain.
All right. While traveling along the road to the Grey Havens, Arwen has a vision. What does she see in that vision?
Yeah, I lagged again and missed that whole question. Could you tell me?
While traveling to the Grey
Sorry.
Havens, Arwen has a vision. What did she see in that vision?
You're like doing the David Letterman thing, just
All right, everybody got an answer? I'm not sure David's not frozen down. Oh, he's moving again.
You said, what did she see in the vision? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah, and it was not Mephisto.
Okay.
Just
Throw that out there.
Agatha.
It was Agatha.
She sees her long dead brother, who is now.
all right. Let's see him.
Yeah, played by Evan Peters.
All right, everybody got that one.
And Elrond was not happy to be a granddaddy.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
He's not taking the kid fishing, that's for sure.
No. Again, I don't see him being the most nurturing of dudes.
No.
Like in the books, didn't he send Arwen away to Lorien to live there?
I mean, some of the stuff he tells Arwen is like, geez, man. Come on.
I mean, her mother is dead though, and Galadriel's her grandmother, so that does kind of
True.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute. Like, so this is what always confused me about elves, right? Like, they're immortal, right?
Right.
At what point do they stop aging, and how fast do they age through childhood?
When they're the hottest, they stop
Right?
when they're the.
That's
when they're at
the
their
only-
hottest moment.
That's the only logical answer. Like, that's Iluvatar being like, you guys are going to live forever, but you're going to be stone cold hot the entire time.
Everybody on planet on
As
the
soon as you
planet,
look like
have
Orlando
fun.
Bloom, then you stop aging.
Yeah. Like, I mean, can you imagine, like, the dudes that are working craft services around the elf actors? Like, God, these are the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. And I'm over here, like, just like a chud. Like, here's your,
Yeah.
here's your tater tots.
Yeah.
All right. What are the names of King Theoden's niece and nephew?
Not sure that I spelled this right, but
All right, everybody got them?
Yep.
Wait, I'm still figuring out how to spell it. How I want to spell it.
I made a really loud noise. I was not ready for that. Woo. Stupid oversized whiteboard.
Something like that.
something like that. Okay.
Oh, I didn't use ease.
Eowyn. I think we'll give it to you.
I think I'm gonna give it to everybody. I think everybody had it
I
right.
used an
Spelling.
A's. Not
We'll
the-
give that to you because you have seen the movies and not read the
No.
books.
A's. That's the elves. That's Eowyn, but then Eowyn, and then there's
You got it, David.
and then there's Aragorn.
Mix up their
Yeah.
And then there's Aragorn.
Yeah. Well, in Eowyn, you could make a pretty good case for it sounding like an A.
Yeah, yeah. Eowyn.
Eowyn.
Hey.
The Fonz just drops into the middle of the movie like, hey,
Eowyn.
oh god! Like we need to just come up with our own cut of the film,
Yeah.
That would be sacrilege.
like one of those be kind rewind things.
So at Rivendell, Boromir views a painting depicting what event? All right, everybody got an answer? All right, let's see them.
No,
Um,
Mine says a great
I
battle.
put Shattering of Narsil.
okay. All right, so yes, it's the defeat of Sauron and the breaking of the shattering of the swords. So
For just for justice, I added the Wolverine sound. Snick.
Snicket.
Appreciate it. Oh, major lag.
man, David's your connection's really struggling. Oh, and there he
there
goes.
he goes. Come back.
We'll give him just a second to see if he makes it back. While we're waiting for him to get back, Kevin, how long have you been a Tolkien fan?
Whew. I think my earliest memories go back to I think elementary school. Checking out The Hobbit from the library, the school library, and immediately understanding how out of my depth I was with Tolkien's writing style, but it was so challenging. I could not stop. It was one of those ego things. It's like, oh no, this guy's not going to get the best of me. I'm going through this thing, and I kind of dipped around with it. But when the film came out in 2001, I really wanted to dive into it. So I had a copy of the full Lord of the Rings and things about yay thick, and I set about to read through it. And ever since then, I kind of take the Christopher Lee tradition, at least once a year.
Yeah.
I dive back into the books and, try to glean something different from it that I didn't before because they're so dense.
Yeah.
But now my fandom's kind of evolved into I want to get deeper into it and I want to really get to the nuts and bolts of it. So I think the history of Middle Earth or some of the Lost Tales, those are up next for me.
Yeah.
There's
Well, that 3-volume set of the histories has finally gotten a lot less expensive.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, I think Walmart.com has it right now for $110. It was $300 when it came out.
Yeah, I just replaced my AC system, so that's not happening.
Yeah, I feel you on that. We had to do the ice storm when the ice storm. Well, it hit you too. You were in Texas. We had to rip about half the ceiling out of our house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. New roof right here too.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Being a homeowner is basically...
It sucks. It sucks.
You just fix things until you die.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I don't know why I ever stopped renting.
I'm telling you.
Pay someone else to fix it.
The whole adulting thing is just for the birds. If I knew
Absolutely.
what I was getting into, I would have opted out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Still can.
That's. I don't know if that's supposed to be a dark joke or not.
Sorry.
All right. So we have our characters of Merry and Pippin. Merry and Pippin are, of course, their nicknames, or shortened versions of their names. What are their full names along with their last name?
Whose full names?
Merry and Pippin. First and last name.
Oh, what are their full names?
Yep. Well, and their full first names too, because those are nicknames.
I don't know if I butchered the spelling or not, and it's messing with me.
This one is worth 6 points. I'll give 3 points for each correct name.
Does the last name count as a point?
Nope. Gotta have the full first name.
It's a point and a half for each one.
Marisha, get off your phone.
I didn't even write my answer down. I'm chatting with the chat.
I know. All right. Yeah, I can see you chatting over there. But what's the? Has everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
David, you got an answer?
Nope.
All right, let's see him if you got an answer.
I forgot to know, but I got Took right.
All right, so Marisha got it, and Kevin got it, and Adam got it. Did you have an answer, Justice?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I just know one of them was last name was Took.
Right. All right. Last of these questions, and we'll move on to the last round. The Fellowship leaves Lorien with elven bread known as lambus. How many did Pippin reveal that he had eaten?
Oh no. I'm just gonna have to guess.
May I say, Billy Boyd is a treasure, and he must be protected at all costs.
That whole cast is a treasure.
I'm telling you. I'm
Man.
telling you.
If you haven't watched any of the special features, I mean, they're like 18 times as long as the actual movies, but they're all really worth it. And seeing all the cast stories and all that stuff, it's really worth it.
Like I would have. Go ahead.
Oh, the Hobbit, the song that he sings at the end of the Hobbit.
Oh.
Broke my heart.
Brilliant.
Broke my heart.
Like, I would have loved to have been hanging around New Zealand when they were filming The Lord of the Rings just to see Viggo Mortensen toting around a sword. Because like he took that thing everywhere.
Yeah, that was one of the cast stories, and that they would take it into the town, and if they're going to eat, he would have the sword with him and all.
Yeah. But I'm sure like New Zealanders, like I've seen weirder.
I feel bad for Peter Jackson because you could tell he was getting more and more tired as like they were going on. Like they needed to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how many loaves of lambus did Pippin eat? The correct answer is 4. Kevin
Nice.
and Marisha.
Just the way he acted, that burp
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
brilliant. Because we've all been there. Like we've all we've gone to Olive Garden and thrown down way too much bread, and you.
I just got back from Texas Roadhouse tonight, and those rolls with the cinnamon butter. Whew.
Yeah.
Are we good at Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've had a ribeye.
You want to take me to Texas Roadhouse when we get done, love?
I don't think we could drive to one before they close.
You're
You'd have to
fun.
drive like 90 miles.
Well, you are in the South. This is This is acceptable,
True.
But
at least in Texas.
yeah,
If you're
But it
going
will-
90, you're not going fast enough.
that is the truth. Texans drive so fast.
Yeah, speed limits are more like suggestions.
Yeah. It kind of fits the general like "don't tread on me" attitude of Texans. Just in
Like-
general, though.
Like, have you had to merge onto a Texas highway before?
Yeah, it's not fun.
No, it's life threatening.
Yeah.
Because you don't. It's like a roll of the dice. You don't know what's going to happen because you don't know if the person that is merging on knows what they're doing. You don't know if the person on the highway knows. It's just like
Nope.
it's Mad Max, Fury Road.
Yeah, no, like I hate driving in Texas. My dad is in Houston, and I make Andrew drive if at all possible.
Houston is a special kind of awful.
That's
Like,
true. It's too many people.
There's so much debris. Like there's just random debris on the road. Your car gets pelted left and right.
It's true. True story.
You could live in Chicago and it takes you 20 minutes to go 2 miles.
No, that doesn't sound better.
No. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see in July.
The crazy thing about Illinois is it's like nothing, Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know if I can road trip that because like I don't do well with flat surfaces. I need topography. Like there needs to be something to look at. Like I love
Well,
driving out
Corn
west
is
because
topography.
I'm sorry?
Corn.
No. No.
Corn is topography.
No. No, it's not. That is a crop. Oh no. Like I mean honestly because every time we go out west like getting out of Texas is the worst part because West Texas, like around the Panhandle,
Oh
is
my
just
God.
farmland. It's just
Yeah,
farmland, and there's nothing there, and it's awful. But like once you get into New Mexico, you're like, oh look, mesas, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So scores after 2 rounds. David at 30. Marisha at 56. Adam at 52. Kevin at 67. And Justice at 37.
I've broken away.
Yeah. I think I think based on these last few questions, that Marisha and Adam are still in striking distance.
I'm gonna wager all my points on this next question.
All right, so y'all are probably gonna hate me for this one, but this is worth up to 10 points. You get 1 point for each correct answer. During his birthday speech, Bilbo mentions a number of the family clans of hobbits. How many can you name?
Let's rock.
Who all's ready?
I don't know how many more I'm going to think of, so.
Yeah, I'm just coming up with random names.
David, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go for it. If you guys are ready, go for it. I only had 4.
Marisha, are you ready?
Give me 1 second.
David just wrote the cast of WandaVision.
How'd you know?
All right. I think I'm out.
All right, let's see him.
All right,
We'll
I'm
start
gonna have to
with-
get close with this one.
Sorry, I just gotta add something real quick.
All right, we'll look at Kevin's. Let's see. Baggins's, Boffins, Tooks,
Boffins. Yes.
Brandy Bucks, Crubs, Chubbs,
Oh,
Hornblowers,
so I actually got 3.
Brace Girdles, and Proudfoot. You only missed one, huh?
Brace girdles. That's what I. Dadgummit.
Jeez.
All right, so Kevin, you've got, how many do you have there? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can't count.
No, you've got 9. You only missed one.
Which one did I miss?
You missed Bulgers.
Bulgers. And after the role Fatty Bulger played in the books.
And Adam has
3, I think.
3 correct.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gamgees were on the list?
Game Juice are not on the list.
That was my 4th one.
Which was kind of some shade, wasn't it?
Yeah, just threw some shade in his gardener, didn't he?
Yeah. Like, couldn't even, like, throw the old gaffer a bone.
And let's see. The Olsen twins.
Yeah. Elizabeth Olsen, that was just too easy. I was like, wait, I can expand this.
Marisha's got 6.
Well, you're probably not wrong. I bet you Evan Peters is somewhere in those
Let's
You want me
movies.
to read them to you?
Evan
Yeah,
Peters would
read
be
me
a
yours. I'm
great
having trouble
Hobbit.
reading them.
All right.
Me?
Baggins, Brady
No.
ones. These are all made up after this. Padfoot, Bigfoot, Harryfoot.
Dude, I love your Hobbit names. I love them. Yes.
All right, these are also going to be worth this question's worth up to 10 points. I'm going to list 5 cities, and I want to know the order that we saw them appear in the films.
Okay.
Okay.
So the locations are Bree, Minas Tirith, Rivendell, Minas Morgul, and Weathertop. And I'll read those again. I'm sure y'all are going to need them again.
That's Trixie.
Did you say Weathertop?
I did.
Bree, Minas Tirith, Rivendell, Minas Morgul, and Weathertop.
Bree, Minas Tirith, Rivendell, Minas Morgul, and Weathertop.
One more time, sorry.
No problem. Bree, Minas Tirith, Rivendell, Minas Morgul, and Weathertop.
Like 97% confident in my choices.
Anybody need the locations one more time?
I'm missing one, so yeah.
Bree, Minas Tirith, Rivendell, Minas Morgul,
That was it.
and Weathertop.
And this is the order in which we see the city, not in the order in which the Fellowship visits the city.
Correct. It's the first time we see that each city.
That's what makes it Trixie.
Tell me there wasn't a devious smile on your face when you wrote this.
Maybe.
It's turned into Monty Burns.
And yeah, that is the hallmark of any good trivia. Like, if you're gonna write trivia questions, you got to write one of them that, like, oh yeah, this will mess them up.
All right. Everybody done writing?
Done writing.
Yes.
All right. Let's see them. All right.
I just got to read them to you because you can't read this.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to start with Kevin's. Minas Tirith 1. Okay. So actually, Minas Morgul is first.
No.
Oh no!
Oh, I got Tirith and
Minas
Morgul.
Tirith is 2. Bree is 3.
That ruins my list.
Weathertop. Yeah, but you've got them all in the order except for your first one.
The first 2 are backwards.
Yeah, your first 2 are backwards, but they're in order after.
Okay.
So you've got 3 of them.
That's
in
kind of
order,
how I started at Weathertop and then went backwards.
right? So let's see.
Told you, 97% confident.
All right, Adam. Minas Adams, yours are all out of order, right?
I don't know, maybe.
Minas Morgul, Minas Tirith, Bree, Weathertop, and Rivendell should be the correct order.
Okay.
David's got the first one right. David's got one in the right. Yeah. And Marisha, all out of order.
What?
Wait a
They're
minute.
all-
What's the right order?
The right order is Minas Morgul, Minas Tirith, Bree. Oh no, I'm sorry, Marisha. You've got numbers written next to yours. I'm sorry, I couldn't see your numbers. They were
Sorry.
off the side for a moment there.
She was so.
Yeah, Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul. So you reversed the first 2 as
Did I
well.
have Bree and Rivendell backwards?
Let me put them back up there and let me see.
Oh, that was dumb. Well, that was an oversight, but yeah, I just screwed that up. I did know that was Bree. That we went to Bree before Rivendell.
That was Trixie.
Justice.
I have
Shoot.
Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul, Bree, Weathertop, Rivendell.
Okay, your last three are in order.
Wicked Trixie.
Damn it. Did I get any of those?
No.
What was the last one?
Rivendell. That's basically the stops or the things we see prior to showing up in Rivendell.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Justice, how many did you have? You had the last three, right? All right, last question.
Let's rock, as Al Bundy would say.
Sauron gave rings of power to elves, dwarves, and men. How many to each race?
This reminds me, I wanted to get that entire poem of the ring as a tramp stamp tattoo.
It's classy.
It'll make beach days real fun.
All right, David? You still writing?
Just finished.
All right, Adam, you still writing?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's see them.
I'm guessing on the one.
All right, Kevin got it right.
Oh,
And
in my head I was 9 total.
I like how Marissa added the 9 immortal men doomed to die. That was
Do I get a point if I can say the whole poem?
hell yeah. Go for it.
3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, and 9 for mortal men doomed to die. 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne. 1 ring to rule them all.
hey, Justice, you mind reading me yours?
Yeah, I have 3 elves, 6 dwarves, and 9 men, so I missed the dwarves one.
Okay. All
But I
right.
definitely want to see your tattoo when you get your tattoo going, Kevin.
Oh, well, you know my Twitter feed. You know it's going to show up there at one point.
All right. So while I'm totaling this up, Adam, how did you get into Tolkien? How long have you been a fan?
Since the first film. I'm sure that I was familiar with The Hobbit before that. However, when I really started getting into it would have been the first film, and it wasn't just the films at that point. That's when I jumped into the books, read the books before the next 2 films came out. And then I went further, started reading Silmarillion, and did a little bit of Unfinished Tales. I've read the books a few times. It's one of those things that grabbed me at the start of the movie, and I had to know more. I had to go deeper, And once I started going deeper, then I had to learn more about Tolkien the man, and that actually kind of helped me, because I ended up going to school for writing and studied some language stuff, and that was kind of the inspiration for that, really. I mean, I had an English teacher that also kind of led me down that road. But getting that far into Tolkien, that would have been in my high school. I would have been probably about 9th or 10th grade at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that really led me down that road that I went to college for, to learn more about the history of English, and really admired him for what he did with his as a linguist, and put into these books, and not just building the world, but building the languages and building the cultures and the people, and it brings it to life in a way that, for me, that no other sci-fi or fantasy franchise has done since, or probably will do again.
Hard agree.
Yeah.
Hard agree. I think that it's a disservice to, you know, when people say like, oh, Tolkien's the best fantasy writer or the best this writer, I think that's a disservice. I think he's a once in a generation writer. I mean, like, there's not many people on that level that have created such a comprehensive mythology, like on their own.
No, I mean, there's
not
no
on their
other.
own. I can't think. Once in a generation might even be too small for him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no other mythology like that.
No.
There's nothing else close.
No.
I mean, think about the
Not
impact.
And then when
one
you
man.
that's what I was just gonna say. Like when you start throwing out like examples or comparisons, then you're getting into people building this across multiple years with multiple writers, and you know, it's not just the one person that is doing this. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's and then the reach and the impact that it's had, like it's got staying power. Like it's nearly 100 years old. I mean, like in our lifetime, we will be around when the Lord of the Rings turns 100.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. How many 100-year-old novels still have that kind of impact? I mean,
And the number of copies that still sell.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It still sells like crazy. I mean, you're talking about a book, and we talked
Gets
about this.
reprinted all the time.
Right, and we talked about this a few weeks ago. I mean, it actually like completely changed the way that trade paperbacks were sold.
Yeah.
Like when it was reprinted in like
Yeah.
the 70s, it completely changed the way bookstores stocked paperbacks.
There's a black market for them getting it over to America, and
The early.
yeah. I'm just excited for when the Amazon series comes out, because then there's going to be another revival of Lord of the Rings. Not that there's not a bunch of fandom for it, but it's going to be
Right.
It's got
The only thing go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just say the only thing that I get worried about with the Amazon series is I worry that they're going to try to lean on other franchises too much, specifically Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
When they have the thing that everyone else needs to lean on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think
That's the only thing that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
with the Game of Thrones thing, maybe this is just how I'm choosing to look at it, but Game of Thrones, they took a long time to tell that story in that series. Realistically, they really drew it out. I think that's what they're going for. They're looking to see how much can they really milk this property that they now own. They spent a bunch of money on it. Now, granted, it's Amazon and they've got money to print.
Right.
But they spent a lot of money on this. This is not something they're going to do for 1 or 2 seasons and then, hey, there you go. Like So I see it in that way. And then with Game of Thrones, they're doing this prequel series, I think it is. They're trying to do the same thing with this because they have access to stuff that the movies didn't have. The movies had access to the appendices, the books, and that was it. They now have kind of carte blanche to mess around with a whole lot of other things. So where they could take this is endless.
I'm not so worried about that as far as world building. I'm more worried about style of storytelling, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is me being naive, but I was listening to, I think it was a quote by Jeff Bezos, and he was just like, I don't necessarily care for the guy, but he was talking about how he's really putting his heart and soul into the series because when Amazon was doing bad in the 90s, this is the only thing that kept Amazon afloat was Lord of the Rings books selling. So I think this is his baby.
Wow.
He wants to make sure that they do it right.
Yeah.
Well, that's encouraging.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I always kind of get nervous with interference from the higher ups.
Yeah.
Right.
I kind of my general thing is let the creatives do the creative thing. You do the Bezos, you do the money thing. You're really good at that. You're good at making money and spending money, so have at it. I want to say that because the Tolkien family is still involved. Now, granted, it's his grandson or grandsons.
It's a couple of the grandsons now.
Yeah, I want to say because they're still involved, the Tolkien family. I mean, they know what this means. This is their legacy. And I don't think they're going to let them get too far afield from what it's supposed to be. But then again, time will tell. We just have to sit here and wait because we haven't seen frame one. We haven't seen concept art. We haven't seen anything.
And every time they're like, "Oh, synopsis." It's
Yeah.
not a synopsis.
Yeah, you put out a
It's whole
synopsis,
bunch
and
of-
it's like you literally just described Middle Earth.
Yeah. Like we
Like,
know
that was your
dude.
synopsis.
a vast, sprawling world peopled by like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a synopsis. That's just like here's some things about the world.
Yeah. Like you told us what the synopsis was. It's the Second Age. We know.
Right.
We know. Like
But-
just you know,
Right.
I just want to see what angle they're going to go at it. I mean, like the Second Age excites me. I know a lot of people want the Silmarillion, and yeah, I think at one point in our lifetime they will adapt the Silmarillion.
But the Second Age is amazing.
Exactly, and it has it ties into the films better because it deals with characters that we've already heard of. It deals with history that we've already been teased a little bit in the film. So it has that connective tissue.
Right.
And-
If they do a good job of this, then that gives them the opportunity to really dive into the first.
Precisely. If they nail the Second Age, there's no reason why they couldn't dive into the First Age. Plus, the Second Age gets weird. It gets weird. There's human sacrifice, which is going to be metal. I'm really excited to see, Sauron as that ethereal figure, that the seductor, the deceiver. I'm really interested in that, man, and to see the fall of Numenor. That's the thing. It's such a grand thing. It's like, how do you break this down to an episodic level? I mean, that's a challenge that I don't envy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how they do it. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what they do. I mean, the amount of money they're throwing at it is insane. It's I looked it up just a second ago. It's $465 million for just the first season.
Yeah.
Like, to compare that, Game of Thrones is the previous most expensive show ever made. They were spending about $100 million per season.
Yeah.
So almost 5 times as much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's an unfathomable.
It's a lot of money.
It's an unfathomable amount of money. Like, has anyone been in the room with $1,000? Because I haven't. I couldn't imagine being in a room with $485 million. Right?
Do you know if they're consulting Peter Jackson at all on this?
They have not said hardly anything. And, we went through that phase back during the early days of COVID where they just fired everybody. There was some weird stuff where they had a deal with the Tolkien estate that they would start filming by a certain date. And it really looks to me like what happened was they were like, oh crap, we've got a month before we lose the property, film something.
Yeah.
And so they threw something together and then fired everybody involved and started over. I think that they honestly started filming just so that they didn't lose the property.
Maybe. I mean, it's anyone's guess at this point. I mean, it's a huge project. Like, this is massive, and I think that, with Amazon, they've got so many good hit series and they've done that, but this is on a different level.
Yeah.
This is with IP that, if they get this wrong, oh boy.
It's sacred to so many people.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
If
this
it's wrong,
isn't
it's
like
really
taking
bad.
Man in the High Castle and making,
Right. And personally, if Peter Jackson has no involvement in this, I don't blame him. Like, those 6 films he made took years off his life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they gave him fits trying to make The Hobbit too.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, as much as I do like those movies, and I do, you can tell the difference because with The Lord of the Rings, he had full creative freedom. Do what you got to do. New Line was like, you go do your thing. When it goes over to Warner Brothers, again, Warner Brothers, they're just like, no, we're going to shuffle this stuff around. We're going to do this because we know better than you, Mr. Filmmaker guy.
Who's made one of the most successful movies ever?
Dude, I know.
Several
I mean,
trilogies.
yeah. I mean, Like he made a Lord of the Rings film that won Oscars. Okay,
Right.
it won Oscars,
All
Yep.
three of them did.
and you have the temerity to mess with his vision.
And won every Oscar it was ever nominated for.
Yeah,
Really? I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah,
Wow.
Number 3 has
Yeah.
more than number 1.
I think they won 17. Was the number,
yeah.
or was it 11?
And The
Something like
Hobbit-
that.
I think 3 is 11, but it's a total of 17 between all 3 movies.
And it's weird with The Hobbit. You can tell the difference in the tone, in even some of the, I don't know, some of the visuals just didn't kind of feel like they came from the same world. The color palette was a big one for me. And those are like little things that the studio had a hand in that didn't need to be that way. But and to that end, if he doesn't want anything to do with this anymore, more power to him. Let it be someone else's problem.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And like you said, if this goes bad, it's really, really bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if they do it right, it's the biggest thing ever put on TV.
Yep. I mean, in terms of scale, in terms of, expanse, there's nothing that's going to touch it.
In terms
So-
of people who are going to sign up for Amazon Prime so they can watch the dadgum thing.
Yeah. Personally, I don't have Prime, but I will.
I mean,
Yeah.
what they're doing with The Boys and what they did with Invincibles, I know that those are 2 small shows, but like they've taken some decent IPs and done some really good stuff with it. So I'm hopelessly optimistic.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, as long as you let creative people
Invincible
do creative
is
things.
straight up a 1-to-1 from the comic book.
And it's so good.
Again.
All right, so before we wrap up, I guess I'll give everybody their final score. David with 35, Justice with 49, Adam at 66, Marisha at 71, and Kev with 90.
Ah! You owned it, Kevin.
Don't worry, I shall be a
Nice.
magnanimous king. I shall rule justly.
Good job.
Starting to sound a little Denethorish there.
You got,
I'm
you
about
got
to
some
leap
cherry
off the hole in
tomatoes,
there.
or
I can.
I should have all eaten cherry tomatoes while we did this.
That would have been great. That
I
would have been great.
hate tomatoes.
Just to hear that pop into the microphone. Like,
ASMR
I can
trivia.
start singing a song for you.
I did have
there you go. There
Well,
you
thank you guys for all coming on. We kind of did Tolkien all month, and
This was
you
a
know,
lot of fun.
thanks for coming on and playing. It was a blast putting it together, and a blast getting to ask you all the questions. And definitely, if everybody's up for it, we'll do it again sometime. And I'd love to have some of y'all back to talk some more Tolkien at some point.
Anytime, man.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
has a podcast
Anytime.
about it, and we'd love to come on and talk with you guys about it. It'd be great.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Well, let's.
And thank you for putting this together, Andrew. by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a
job.
blast. But before we wrap up, let's go around the room and tell everybody where they can find your podcast. So, Kev.
Yeah, you can find the Force Losers podcast where you find podcasts. It's there. If you're on Twitter, Force Losers at Force_Losers. Just search it. There's no other podcast that has this name. You're not gonna be confused. And I guarantee you, once you find it, you will instantly regret it. So, yeah, have fun.
Some great stuff we're watching.
All right, and Adam.
Yeah, so there are a few other from a certain point of views or variations on that. So best place to find us is usually our website, from a certain point of view.com, but we are on all the major podcast apps out there. Twitter, we're certain POV pod, same on Instagram, and find us on Facebook too. We don't really do much there, but it's there if you want it. So
Sweet.
Poor Smeagol.
All right, and Justice, where can people find you?
We are Podwords Podcast. We've been slightly MIA, but after this month, we're going to kick it in high gear, and you can find us on all of the podcasting services and on Twitter at Podwords Podcast.
Awesome. And we're the Science Fictionary Podcast. You can find us anywhere you want to listen to podcasts. You can find us doing things like this here on YouTube. And as always, you can find all of us at the Red 5 Network, at red5network.com and at Red 5 Network on Twitter.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Pew pew.
All right.
All right.
Not all those who wander are lost.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or Frodo.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.